Welcome to Adventure Outset Lite. This free version of Adventure Outset is designed to help you keep track of your gear inventory and confidently plan gear and packing lists for your trips, whether that's a weekend hike, a camping trip, a road trip, or travel overseas. In this video, I'll give you a quick tour and show you how to get started. When you first open the app, you'll land on this welcome page, where you'll find more information about the system, quick links to example content, as well as tips on how to get set up. Adventure Outset Lite gives you the core tools you need to manage your gear and plan gear lists for any type of trip. We'll first take a look at the trip's dashboard. At the top of the page, you'll see an interactive map showing your past, current, and future adventures. On the right, you'll have quick access to your upcoming booked trips. Here we have an upcoming hike, the Tour de Mont Blanc, and a family road trip along the Great Ocean Road. If you scroll down further, you'll find a gallery of all of your adventures. These are organized by completed, booked, and trips that are still being planned. Or you can see all of your trips in a table format. In the navigation menu, you'll find links to dive deeper into each feature of the app, including a calendar view and the gear closet to manage your full gear inventory. You'll also have access to learning articles that will be published periodically and access to the Adventure Outset community on Discord. You won't see features like tasks, itineraries, food planning, journaling, or expenses here, but these can be found on the full version of Adventure Outset for more complete trip planning and documenting. We'll leave a link in the video description to an overview of Adventure Outset for more information. To see how the system works, we'll create a new trip using one of the built-in templates. You can start a new trip from the buttons on the trip's dashboard or using the quick action button in the navigation menu. From here, you can start adding information about your trip, but to help us get started, we'll scroll to the bottom of the page and choose from one of the built-in templates. We can also open the page in full screen mode for more space. You can see that the template has populated some page content, added an icon and image, and tagged this trip as a multi-day hike. We can now add details to the trip details section at the top of the page and give the trip a name. Keep in mind that the trip starting point will determine where your trip shows up on the interactive map on the dashboard. As you scroll down, you'll see a place to add comments, which can be especially useful if collaborating with other users you have shared the trip with. The main focus of each trip in Adventure Outset Lite is the gear list. Here you can manually add items or use the automation buttons to quickly populate a starting list based on the type of trip you're planning. Each item in your gear list connects back to your gear closet, which acts as your master inventory of everything you want: clothing, equipment, accessories, and more. Over time, this makes planning faster and more accurate because you're always choosing from gear you actually have. You can also switch to a gallery view for a more visual overview of your gear list, which is especially useful for packing checks before you leave. You'll notice that as you plan your gear, a useful summary appears at the top of the page, showing your packed weight, items worn and carried, as well as your total gear weight. As you add trips, they'll appear in your calendar so you can track upcoming trips and also refer to past adventures. Adventure Outset Lite is a living system that you can return to before every trip, refining equipment choices, keeping track of notes and wish lists, and learning what works best for you over time. If you ever find yourself wanting to plan trips in more detail with things like to-do lists, detailed itineraries, food planning, journaling, expenses, and more, you can upgrade to the full version of Adventure Outset at any time. You're able to transfer your existing trips and gear lists when upgrading, so nothing is lost. You simply unlock more tools around the same core system. That's a quick tour of Adventure Outset Lite. Your next step is simple. Create your first trip, choose a template, and start building your gear list. From there, you can explore the learning resources and community when you're ready to go deeper. Thanks for watching, and happy planning.